Here we go. Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
I'm feeling good. I just want all of y'all to remember that you're not stuck in traffic. You are the traffic.
All right. You are the traffic.
Like you part of this. You can't
It's
be
you.
mad. You
It's
did
you.
it.
Yeah, it's you.
Expressway party. Yeah, we get to deal with the
Oh, I gotta
dangerous
deal with it.
expressways, man. You don't know, man. It's
Yeah,
crazy
I
out
got
here,
stuck in
man.
traffic for 2 hours.
Yeah, it's every day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
man. It takes me an hour
Yeah.
10 to get home like every day, and now I've been doing it so
You be
long, I
anywhere
don't
near.
even realize that you're driving. It's what it is.
You be anywhere near the city around between the hours of 2 and 6. You're stuck. You're gonna be there.
Mm-hmm. You're just gonna be there, and they have a crazy highway system here, and it's still jacked. It's still logged up, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, we still talking about 5 lanes, 4 or 5 lanes. And you stuck. Yeah,
With a HOV line,
you better get that HRV. Put somebody in the car with you.
put somebody in the car with you, man. That's the only way you're doing it.
Yes, sir.
He can't contain himself. Wow.
Oh, I heard that
Wow.
conversation. I'm gonna
I
go.
don't think he
I'm
knew
gonna go with
that.
Armstrong. I'm gonna keep it Armstrong. But I like where you're going. I like where you're going. Yes, true.
Yep. Just
Yeah. Hmm.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
All of them.
This guy.
Man, have your moment. Have your moment.
All right. So where do I start here? Let's go simple. So we got the guy that everybody else wanted. How many times can we say that as Bears fans, where we didn't have to drag it out? We went right after the person we wanted. That person said yes. They wanted to be with us. We were the belle of the ball. So I mean, first off, I think that says a lot about. And I'm gonna go back to our previous conversation about Ryan Poles and all this bashing of Ryan Poles that we've done. I feel like we need to give him a hand clap right now. He went and got the guy that everybody else wanted, and then he made it happen fast. Kevin Warren, we didn't have money issues. We had the conversation, obviously, with the McCaskies that, hey, in order to get top talent, these are the dollars you got to spend. We spent the money. We got the guy. From just a get the job done, make it happen, we did it. I'm over the moon. I mean, everyone keeps saying, okay, we can't do what they did in Detroit. I think that's fair. I think his first press conference, he came right out the door and said, this is not about taking what we did in Detroit and making that happen here. This is going to look completely different. We're going to strip it all down. It's going to be based off of personnel. So the idea that will it work? It doesn't have to. That's not even his plan. We don't have like we've heard so many times in the past, make it fit my scheme. This isn't a make it fit my scheme situation. This is, I'm going to make it work for you. I think that says a lot. That says, he's willing to change, pivot, adapt, all the buzzwords that you want to hear from your head coach. So in terms of just getting the guy, knowing that he's the best, the best opportunity for us to be successful, at least in terms of high ceiling. I know we had a lot of other coaches out there, Grable and Flores, who had higher floors, but in terms of trying to do something revolutionary and swinging for the fences, I don't know how you could have taken a better swing than to get the guy who you've seen be productive for 3 years, top 5 offense. I mean, it's going to be hard to beat that. And on top of that, he went and got a head coach as a defensive coordinator. So then we got somebody who's done the job before. I would want him to be my head coach, but I mean, defensive coordinator, Saints, defense works for me. We're going to bring the offensive line coach from Detroit. Does he know how to identify talent? I would like to think so. Seems like they did a pretty good job in Detroit. What we would say is probably one of the top 3, 4, if not number 1 offensive lines in the league. I don't see the problem. I don't. If you're not excited, I don't know what to tell you. There's a lot to be excited about. Right.
Yes.
Who was your guy again, by the way?
Oh,
Who was
my
your
guy.
guy?
Oh,
Y'all got that?
my guy was Todd Monken, man. I was really excited for Todd Monken. It's just a guy that
Todd. Okay.
every level he just looks at what he has on the field and he adapts to that, which is what you want your coach to do. Like the second year coach, you get a guy come in and says, "This is my system. you know you're screwed because it doesn't work if he doesn't. But
yeah, it sounds like everybody else in the past that we had. But go ahead, you're
yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No. I mean, I'm excited for what he can do. I'm assuming that we all heard the press conference, or we heard bits and pieces or snippets. I was really encouraged by everything he said when he basically was just like, "No, we're gonna have to strip this thing down to the studs. I'm not coming in here just dropping a playbook on these guys. We can't run the same plays. We can't run the ball with the same efficiency. And a lot of what they did there won't work here because you just don't have the personnel. I'm really anxious to see what you do with DJ Moore because he's a wild card on the field. Um, I'm really anxious to see what they want to decide to do in the run game. That's one of the main things I'm really excited for. Ben likes to run the ball, and the opportunity to shorten the field on first down to get yourself in second and short or second and medium plays. I believe that is his key to success. A lot of what his offense is running the ball on first down, just trying to shorten the field first because you open up so much of the playbook. And you put the defense on their heels. That's what an attacking offense. So I'd love to hear that. Um, as far as going with a head coach on defense, I'm really solid with that too. Just know that guy's going to be gone if he runs. So defensive coordinators you come across them a dime a dozen. I mean, to have a head coach in that position feels really good, but I'm already thinking like, what are we going to do with the next guy? Because Dennis Allen, if the team is good, he's gonna go back to head coach. He's not going to stay a defensive.
I think you're thinking about if we're good.
Mm-hmm.
You're hopeful. It sounds like hope.
I do have hope. I have hope. Today's the
Okay.
day for you to take your W, feel great about it. The press conference wasn't weird. They got up there. Brian Poles said his 1 minute of stuff, and he got out of the way. It was a mic drop. Hey, I got the guy. This is the guy. I got the guy. Like, and then he spoke like he didn't talk. He spoke. He didn't sound like a coach. He didn't sound like he knew what he was doing. He sounded like a dude. He sounded like a dude who understands football, and that's what I'm happy about. Mm.
Mm-hmm. Can I speak to the fact? Can I speak to the fact that he also knows the division? So it was double edged. One, we are impacting Detroit by taking some of their talent, but two, he's schemed against these teams, right? Like he knows the Bears. It's not like he hasn't had to deal with us twice here. We are also we're taking someone that is very aware of our weaknesses and who has capitalized on those. And so I think that goes a long way too. He could have taken an easier route, perhaps, right, in a weaker division, but he stepped up to the challenge. That says something about his character. I mean, this is where he wants to be. He's a Cubs fan. Almost threw on my Cubs shirt.
Yeah,
Didn't do it, but just know that that's also in there. That helps me a little bit too. So yeah, man, he's a wise guy making good decisions. Go ahead,
the other thing I'm wondering about him is how much is he into Chicago culture? Because when he said like, "Oh no, we've been coming here for a while," and he seems to be in tune. He wanted that job clearly. He wanted
Him and
the
his brother
job.
watched Cubs games his whole life. He wanted
Right.
this
So
job.
he
Yeah,
wanted
he
to be
wants
here
this
in
job.
Chicago, and that's why I'm like,
Yeah,
how much is this dude like? Oh no, I really want to be here. You don't understand? Like I love this. And is
yeah.
he a secret
He
Bears
told
fan?
Tom Brady no.
I want to
He
know if
told he
is he a
he
secret Bears
is he
fan?
definitely he
Is he like a
is.
fan? Because he seems to
Yes,
be
he's a
aware.
fan.
He's aware of all the stuff. He's aware
This man's
of
a
the
fan.
culture too. He's aware of the radio culture. Like a lot of things he said today, I was like, has he heard people say this? He's aware.
Absolutely.
Yep. King of the Yak. King of the Yak. Mm-hmm.
Mhm. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Okay, so
Ever
he was, and it
yeah,
didn't work.
Eber Blues might just be a good defensive coordinator.
Great defensive coordinator. That's one thing we sell him short. He was a great defensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mhm. Mm.
So
Okay.
you think they'll bump him to? You think they'll bump him to assistant head coach? Well, offensive coordinator, assistant head coach. So, yeah.
That makes sense. He's not a fan, basically. Basically, he's not a fan.
No.
I only wanted three.
Yeah.
Three was my number.
Well, I've given you. I've given the name.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I like.
Yeah. I think it shows.
So what I really liked during this press conference is that he harkened back on that. He made sure to get across like, hey, I've been a coach for 13 years, so this isn't my first rodeo. I've been coaching. I can adjust to this role. Like I can coach defense, I can coach offense. He's a coach, and I think what they got is an actual coach, a guy who craves it, who loves it, and that's what it seems like he is.
Yeah, and I think part of being a good leader too is also putting not only the players in a position to be successful, but I think him understanding that he's got to challenge the coaching staff, that they got to evolve and grow. I think that goes a long way in terms of showing that he knows that he's not done growing. Although I may have been the number one candidate for this job, I think him understanding the the capacity in which he's going to have to operate and still not being naive and thinking that I can do all the things I used to do and be a head coach. I think that means a lot in terms of how he views his role. That he's saying, I'm not going to come in and do the same things. I'm going to take on new responsibilities, obviously, and so other people have to grow in order for me to do my job well. And so, I mean, he's that's the reason I picked him. I mean,
No,
all these things are
definitely.
things that
Yeah. So
I like.
as we start pivoting out here, listen, I got some
Yeah.
figures for you. So yeah, so he came up as we know he came up in Miami. I think that was his first professional job. Um, Came up in Miami with Dan Campbell. That's why Dan Campbell brought him along. Let's see. So some of the things that he has
The
accomplished
Boston
is
College guy.
right. He's a Boston College guy, which he has some history with Ryan Poles there. Like Yeah, I mean, the Lions finished second in passing offense 2023. They finished third in total offense 2023, fifth in the rushing offense. He's maximized running backs and tight ends, which, hey, you have a great tight end that doesn't see the ball much. I feel like that's something that's going to change. He, in Miami, I mean, he worked directly with Ryan Tannehill, who was basically pulled him off the scrap heap, and he had 2 years, 4,000 yards, 4,200. And we're talking about Ryan Tannehill. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm pretty encouraged that this guy can get the most out of what you give him. And from what I'm understanding is that they liken him to a Kevin O'Connell or Sean McVay. Is that this guy understands the offensive position, but he still understands that where he needs to be on defense. This guy's a football lifer. And we went from having Matt Eberflus, who couldn't conduct a press conference and he had no idea how to speak to his players, to this guy who seems to be able to control a room.
He's a tight end coach. He's a tight end coach at Boston College, right? Like he was 2011.
Yeah,
you know,
that's how he got
and the Dolphins.
The offensive coordinator position in Detroit. That's how he got the position. He
Yeah.
was the tight end coach, and Jared Goff was going to him when he was having trouble with the offense. And so somebody finally looked up and said, like, why are you going to the tight end coach? And that's from there, boom. From there, that was it.
Coach at Boston. He was tight end coach at Boston 2011. Tight end coach Miami Dolphins 2015. Tight end coach originally with the Lions in 2020 and 2021. If I'm Komet, I'm excited.
You have to be excited.
You know what I mean? Like,
you're excited. Did you hear Amon-Ra?
Yeah.
Amon-Ra talking to his brother. Amon-Ra is like, he is heartbroken that this guy is gone. They are like, I mean, but those two running backs, they ran for 28 touchdowns.
Right. In the division.
Man. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's what I heard.
That's the number I'm hearing, yeah.
And you still got to pay Eberflus.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't think it's
I'm sorry.
him. I think it's the passing game coordinator, Tanner Engstrom. That's his name. Tanner Engstrom. That's the passing game coordinator.
That's what I'm hearing.
That's
Yeah.
usually the guy that that's usually the guy where it's kind of like they're willing to let that guy walk. And I mean, he knows your offense. He knows what you like. You've already worked with him. He's
So,
already a passing game
you
coordinator.
hit it. He can grow.
Right.
Yeah.
This is the next guy
Okay.
up.
Well, we,
He's the guy that's going to get a job, and in 3 years he's going to be fired because he can't run the same offense. That's how this usually works. That guy gets a job somewhere else, and somebody says, "Hey, he doesn't do the same thing at all." I can't wait to hear this. I can't wait.
yeah. Okay.
Yep. Mm.
That's a good point. Yes.
Thank you. Wait, hold up. Thank you, Jaden Daniels. Thank you, Jaden Daniels. We thank you. Salute to you, Jaden Daniels. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hail to the. I guess he can't say that other one now. He can. Was it? Is it salute to the Commanders? Is that hail to the Commanders? Wow. He hasn't.
He has
That's
not?
no. He has not
Oh,
signed that
okay.
deal, man.
That's new information. Okay. Hmm.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
He's not keeping. He's not taking that job.
When you put a clause in there, you're not taking it. Yeah, that make me nervous.
Here you go. Over under over under. He takes the Raiders job. I'll have to go to right now. My meter's at 47%. He takes that Raiders.
Raiders job with Tom
47%.
Brady. He gonna go team up with Brady. Brady's gonna be his boss. He's not gonna let
Because
Brady be his
well,
boss.
Brady bought him his GM, so he can't. He wouldn't be the GM, but at least the link to Brady and like, hey, you can come here. You don't get to pick the players because you weren't good at that, but you could just be a head coach. You were terrible at picking players. Good at getting rid of them a year early before they fell off the table, but terrible at picking them. So, right, but you can just come here and be a coach and not worry about any of the other stuff. Yeah, and I think he's the only personality
Okay.
that can handle Mark Davis. Yeah, the only personality probably handle working with Mark Davis because he's a bigger personality where he could just tell
That's
the
true.
front
Then you
office what
got
he wants to
another,
do.
yeah.
Yeah, Mark can't tell
Yeah.
him what to do. He just look at Mark and be like, no, I'm not doing any of that.
Okay. Right. So I mean, I could just any
You
mini
bring him in
mighty
19
mo
times, interview
yeah,
the same guy 19
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm swatting them all down. I guess some of the ones that come to the top of my head. I did not want Marcus Freeman. I don't want a college coach coming in, experimenting, trying to figure out all of the logistics and what it means to coach a pro team. Like I've come too far. I've been watching us try to figure that out and work with somebody to figure that out for too long. I need somebody who's not going to break Caleb, and I don't want to be in the same situation I was in with Justin Fields, and that is one of which another coordinator, unproven. I don't. I like the guy. I want him to go get seasoned somewhere else, and we can revisit if ever we have that situation come up again. But I did not want his first. It's too much. It's too much going on with Chicago. It's too big of a city. It's too much happening in in the front office to then throw a job that we hope he can fit into, in addition to all the stuff that the Bears we know have. It was a recipe for disaster, and I don't want to set him up like that. So that was one. Joe Brady, somebody else I did not want. I'm always skeptical when you have success with a top five quarterback because I don't know how much of this is you and how much of this is your quarterback and the impromptu ability. I mean, like we found out with Nagy. You know, I feel like you got Josh Allen. You have an amazing quarterback. How much of this still comes to fruition when you are at the average level and not above average? How much of this is you putting them in the right situation versus this impromptu success and talent? So those are two people I need to see you do it before you get the job. Like in the real world, in the world I live in, you got to do the job and you got to be in a situation where you had been doing the job for some time before you finally get the job. I'm not interested in hoping you can do it when you get it. So, right. You talking about Joe Brady in terms of no, I'm not saying that's only the reason he's doing it. I say I'm scoring from Nagy. Nagy is has left me. Yeah, I'm jaded. Mhm. I was say he's better. You think he's better than Eberflus? Do you think Nagy is better than? Okay, all right. I agree with you. I agree with you. And you did that with Trubisky, so yeah, he would be better. Yeah, yeah. No, yeah, yeah, yeah. Just be you. Just be you, though. Be you. Just be you.
All right,
Be
so
you.
my first guy I'm throwing to the abyss because I feel bad. I feel bad for him. I feel bad, and maybe he can come back, but this situation was just not right. Brian Flores. I'm sorry. No, great defensive coordinator, great defensive coach. The things that went on in Miami, I don't want that with Caleb. If Brian Flores wants to get another job, he should take the Jacksonville job if they should offer that. At least your quarterback's been there for a little bit, and you're not just dealing with a young guy. Rehab your image somewhere. Sorry, just not Chicago. No, just that was a flat out no
Yeah,
for me. The second no I had was Arthur Smith. Believe it or not, I did not want a piece of Arthur Smith near this team. I guess the joke is he could deliver himself somewhere else. Anybody gets that joke? You know, Arthur Smith, I believe his dad is the FedEx, like the FedEx guy or something like that. So he could deliver himself directly out. No, he was gone. Even though he does run a successful running game, but that's usually just about it. So those are my two, Flores and Arthur Smith. They had to go.
we know.
He might be able to come back though. He has to go in. Right. Oh, perfect. A pit. It's a pit. Perfect. He's not. It's not the abyss. It's a pit. You know how you get out of the pit? You got to face your fears. That's how you get out of the pit. So Brian Flores has to go in, coach somewhere else, face his fears, and he can come out of the pit. I like this. Right in the pit.
Mhm.
I like it.
There you go. I'm seeing like a graphic where like the there's a hole that opens up, maybe green
The
screen it, and
postal
then there's
pit.
like a something falls in. He like a little gift falls into the hole. Yeah,
The postal pit.
yeah. That laugh. That laugh.
Coaches, players, executives go in, they don't come out.
Can I interrupt real quick
Yeah, what you got?
before you get started? Can we just remind the people to like and subscribe to what they
Indeed.
see? If they like the content, if they have any ideas, definitely give us
Yo.
feedback. Put something in the chat. Drop some comments. Like and subscribe. More content to come. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go.
So yeah, tell
Follow
people
on.
about it. If you like it, tell people about it. Tell them. Tell them. Hey, look. All right. Let's see.
Tell a friend to
Let's
tell a
open a
friend.
hole.
Tell a
Let's reach
friend to
down.
tell a friend.
Right. Let's reach down in the pit. Hopefully, gotta be careful. You don't want to get stuck in there. All right. First question. Here we go. Title: Handle with care. All right. It's from Jason and Barrington. Which player or position on the offense urgent fix for the Bears moving forward? Or position. No, which player or position on the offensive line? You can say a certain player, or you can say a position. Facts. What you got?
Center's the most urgent. I would like an edge rusher. I think an edge rusher makes our defense a lot better. It makes the job on the defensive side of the ball a lot easier. We get the ball more. We get to see Ben Johnson. I know we
Wow,
offensive
dude, you
lineman,
guys.
but I'm gonna go with a defensive edge rusher because I'm so conflicted, man. It's such a hard question. So look,
I'm gonna have to
defensive
notify
edge
him of
rusher.
this. It's getting unhealthy to notify him. Okay, you got this
Yes,
guy out here.
edge rusher.
Show up at your house. He's really happy. But no, I agree. Well, I'm more with Post on this one. I think the center position is the most important. We need someone who can do line calls, take that responsibility off of Caleb. So yeah, time to develop. He needs way more time to survey what's going on defense, and he needs to not be doing it. All right.
I don't disagree. I just couldn't
So,
repeat the same thing.
six. All right. So next question from Larry in Bronzeville. We got the title Special Delivery. What creative ways can the Bears DJ Moore to maximize his skill set? Should we see more jet sweeps, screens, or deep shots? Appreciate Larry.
Yeah, I would agree. I think I want to see DJ more in the slot. I want to see him more curls. I think he could be more impactful with a double move. So we need to do some setup, right? Like he needs to hit some slants, hit some curls, and then hit him with a double move. I just think I don't know if he has the breakaway speed that he used to, but I definitely think he can get yards after the catch. So let's set him up and then double move and get him some shots down the field.
All right, so we got our last one here. Justin in Greektown. Titled Forwarding Address, Arlington Heights. Does Arlington Heights still represent the best long-term solution, or are they going to keep fighting on the to build this stadium? Which is weird. We haven't talked about the stadium at all, but it's lingering. It's out there. Will they get it done?
I'm gonna agree with Post on this. I think a lot of what we hear about ownership is that they don't have the dollars that maybe everybody else has in terms of access to just resources. And so, if you make this move down the Heights, I think you are putting yourself in a position to do more of what we see them do this year, which is go get top talent without having to be so money conscious. So you got to make the best decision in order to make that happen. And so that means going to our own heights.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Look, they've made the investment. I think it was I think what did they spend? $200 million on that land. 326
Yeah.
acres gives you all the space you need. And that's what you want to build when you're building a football stadium. You want to build it as an entertainment venue. So the game grows and grows and grows. You want to have everything around it. Same thing the Cubs are doing. We just saw the project. I don't know if you guys saw the project that was approved around the United Center, where they're just going to redo the entire area. And it's this is what you need to have as a professional team. It's why Reinsdorf wants to move the White Sox to the South Loop. Is exactly what you need. I think the Bears should go ahead, and Arlington Heights is there. You own the land already. Go ahead.
Did you just try to find a way to sneak in the White Sox?
I did sneak the White Sox in, but I said something about the Cubs.
That was not...
Well, I guess I did. The Cubs they're building their area. The the Bulls are building theirs up.
Yeah. I was a setup though, but it was just a setup. Yeah, you did.
I lost 121 games. I can't take shots, man. I can't take shots right now. I can't do it. Hey, I tell you, man.
Touche. It's only gonna be one. Mm-hmm. I mean, we did it. We went and got the person we wanted, and now let's just see us continue to grow and take advantage of this talent we got. Man, we should be better all the way around for having um, a head coach that actually has produced a successful offense. And so we know we got more talent in the quarterback position than they do. So I'm expecting great things.
Yeah, indeed, I'm excited. We got a long time. We got 9 months till. No, not 9 months. I'm sorry. What is it? 7 months until they play football again. And from the presser, where he knows it's a tough job, but one of the things he's saying, like, hey, some of the things we can clean that up. Some of this stuff we can clean it up. That's just a cleanup job. So I'm encouraged. I really am. I feel good about it.